we watching the death of the hustle era? From side hustles to startups, many entrepreneurs are making a surprising move, going back to 9-to-5 jobs. But why? Is it burnout or bills or just better balance? Today on Not Just Candle Talk, we're unpacking the raw truth behind the trend, real stats, real stories, and a real conversation about what it means to walk away from the grind. Hello, world. Welcome back to Not Just Candle Talk, the real and raw space where entrepreneurs, creators, and dreamers talk truth beyond the filtered highlight reels. Today's episode is a little different. It's bold. It's necessary because while many podcasters talk about launching businesses and leaving jobs, we're talking about going back. Yep. There's a rising trend of entrepreneurs who've said, this ain't it right now, and are re-entering the workforce for money, mental health, or is it just for peace? Whether you're thinking about it, silently judging it, or living it, this episode is for you. Let's start with the facts, because emotions aside, the numbers are loud. In 2022, we saw the peak of the Great Resignation. A historic 2.7% of the workforce quit their jobs each month, many to start businesses. But now, that quit rate has dropped to around 2% in early 2025. That's not just a dip, it's a recalibration. More importantly, over 50% of small business owners are solo run, but 44% of owners plan to hire help this year. Still, many find that entrepreneurship isn't always what it seems. And you ask why? Well, 90% of startups fail. Entrepreneurs with a day job have 33% lower odds of failure. And let's be real, Instagram glorifies entrepreneurship, but it rarely shows the unpaid invoices, the panic attacks, or the nights you question your own value. What we've witnessing now is a quiet shift, a rebalancing. Entrepreneurs aren't quitting dreams, they're choosing survival and strategy. So let's unpack the reasons behind the wave of the return. Number one, financial pressure. Cash flow kills more dreams than failure. Entrepreneurship can be a feast or famine. And when rent, student loans, or medical bills come calling, many realize, I don't want to struggle just to say I'm free. Number two, mental health and burnout. Let's talk about the weight, the late nights, the guilt when you rest, the imposter syndrome when growth slows. Some are walking away not because they failed, but because they're finally listening to their nervous system. Number three, post-pandemic priorities. COVID changed everything. We all agree about that. It made people value time, family, and sanity. We're seeing people return to roles that gave them remote work, stability, healthcare, and peace. Number four, hybrid work is winning right now. Over 19% of professionals want to be in the office full time. Hybrid roles are growing. This opens doors for entrepreneurs who still want flexibility without the stress of solo entrepreneurship. So let's take a moment to hear from some humans for a minute behind the headlines. Okay, I talked to a couple people about this subject, and I wanted to share their thoughts on this. The first person I talked to was Jessica. She's a 35-year-old former wellness brand founder. This is what she said. I built my brand from scratch, but I spent more time doing taxes and chasing clients than actually creating. I didn't sell out. I chose sanity. I also had a quick conversation with Marcus, a 41-year-old digital marketing consultant. Marcus said, the money was good, but I missed collaborating. Now, I lead a marketing team at a company that respects my boundaries, and I still freelance on the side. I also got an email from Britt in Atlanta. I launched my candle business with all the fire in the world, but it burnt me out. I'm now applying for a remote creative role and keeping my business for fun. I finally sleep again. These stories aren't about failure. They're about choosing a different kind of success. Okay? So, real quick, if you are an employer listening to this podcast right now, this is your time to shine. People who ran businesses are not job hoppers, they're visionaries. They're resourceful, resilient, and if you want them on your team, here's how to attract and keep them. Number one, you can offer autonomy. Don't micromanage. They're used to leading. Number two, champion entrepreneurship. Let them build inside your brand. Number three, prioritize flexibility. Time freedom is currency right now. Number four, acknowledge their journey. Their past hustle, it really adds value. So if companies start honoring entrepreneurial talent, they won't just hire better. They will build better cultures. So right now, if you are an entrepreneur secretly Googling jobs near me, I see you and I've been you. Here's how to re-enter without guilt. Okay. Number one, you can redefine what success looks like. It's not quitting, it's only pivoting. Choosing peace over pressure is power. Number two, update that resume. Highlight your entrepreneur wins, managed budgets, led teams, adapted fast, and put all of that inside your resume. Number three, negotiate like a founder. Okay? You've worn all the hats. You've done all the things. Use that to ask for what you need. Remote work, equity, or just plain old flexible hours. Number four, keep one foot in the door. Going back to the 9 to 5 doesn't mean giving up. Maybe your business becomes a side hustle, or you can take it up at a later time. Before we close out, I want to hear from you. Are you thinking about going back? Did you already do it? Or are you torn? Let me know. You can DM me. You can email me. I have a text. Text me on the website on www.notjustcandletalk.me. And if you want to share your story, you might be featured in an upcoming episode. I would love to hear from you. I did an episode like this before. It was similar to this. It was 9 to 5 versus entrepreneurship. And my guest I had on, she was 100% a 9 to 5er. And she explained why. If you guys want to check that episode out, I did that one about a year ago. And I might add that I am in the 33% of that. I've always been in the 33% of this episode, where I've held employment as I'm doing my entrepreneurship role, and it does give you an edge. It takes away from being. It does take away from being micromanaged. I've never had a manager looking over my shoulder. They let me do as I will, and you can and I just mentioned, you can negotiate those types of things. And I lead with any interviews I've ever been on. I lead with that. I don't shy away from it. I let my employers know, like, hey, this is what I do. And I make that make it known that my business is my focus, but I will add value to you. And they shy away from micromanaging me. So that's just a quick tip and a little insight. So in a few days, I want to do another episode. It's going to be about people who think like founders inside companies. And like I said, I am one of those people. And I'm going to do a episode about that. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. I'll share more of my insight and the things that I've learned over the years that benefit me and made me a stronger negotiator. Also, if you like this episode and it hits a core with you, and share it for me. Share this episode with your friends who've been questioning, having conversations about their entrepreneurship journey, because it's not easy. We all know that. And we don't want to keep putting on the front like it is. And it's not. It's like I always say, I've said it in many episodes, it's peaks and valleys, and it will continue to be that way. So let them know they're not alone. You're not alone in this. This is a real thing. And we're going to keep these type of energized episodes going and have discussions about them. Thanks for tuning in to Not Just Candle Talk. We talk dreams, but we also talk detours, because success isn't linear, and quitting the hustle doesn't mean quitting the dream. So until next time, keep your light lit, but don't let it burn you out. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.
Hi, everyone. This is JJ, the co-founder of Good Pods. If you haven't heard of it yet, Good Pods is like Goodreads or Instagram, but for podcasts. It's new, it's social, it's different, and it's growing really fast. There are more than 2 million podcasts, and we know that it is impossible to figure out what to listen to. On Good Pods, you follow your friends and podcasters to see what they like. That is the #1 way to discover new shows and episodes. You can find Good Pods on the web or download the app. Happy listening.